Hello, JD Estrada here once again in my studio, sharing another new work with you. This work in particular is untitled. This is one of my most recent works. And it is interesting to say that I was, in all the works that I do, sometimes the work pulls itself out of the canvas, while in other cases I put the artwork or the figure into the work. In this case, as I mentioned in some of my other videos, I allowed the biomorphic or the concept of the accident or the happy accident to occur when I laid the first layer of paint. In this case, I allowed the aerosol water base along with acrylic base, so sort of like mix and do what it has to do in a very organic and free form way, so that it allows me to have a starting point which is warm beiges and oranges and warm tones, also doing whatever nature wanted it to do. Once I saw the tone, I saw the figure in there, I began to pull out the figure. But because I wanted to do a female figure, I allowed the aura that I usually do to be a double symbol, meaning the aura is still the aura projecting out of the figure. But at the same time, if you notice, I allowed it to be the hair. I am an artist, so I find beauty in all things, and one of the things that I find beautiful is how women portray or how they display the beauty of their hair, their hairdo. I know in the Bible it talks about how the hair can be a form of it's like radiance of beauty. It's a covering for the woman, and in some cases, in some cultures, men should not have long hair. And you have those kind of debates. I think the long hair in Native Americans or the long hair in women, either case, to me, I love how the hair flows in the wind. So here I allowed the hair to be symbolic also for the beauty and the radiance or the radiation of the essence. And this mysterious, untitled woman, I wanted her to be contemplating. Why contemplating? Because I believe that a lot of my work is about contemplation. It's about thought. It's about how we interact with the outside world. Very different from me talking about my interactions with the world. And even though I don't personalize the paintings, I do have a comparison of my experience with the work. In other words, because I believe we're all human, therefore we have a lot of human traits that are the same. Even though we have different experiences, we all have eyes, and we all have mouths, and we all have noses, and we all have ears. So we all have an interaction with the external world through our senses. What differs is our mind. What differs is our experience and how we interpret our senses. And here, again, like I mentioned in another previous video, I allow the gestural, the organic flow of linear elements to be present in all the layers underneath this piece. And as the piece gets refined or focused, I then begin to eliminate and paint over areas that I don't want to see. While in some cases, like something like this is the actual, maybe the third layer that only this piece here shows you of what was underneath. Okay, the color schemes, again, I have some hints of aqua turquoise, and I did the aqua turquoise because I believe aqua turquoise is an element that the Native Americans would use. The Aztecs and the Mayans use a lot of aqua turquoise and jade in Japan and China. So the aqua is a very beautiful, and I believe it accents as a balance from the warms of the oranges that we have here. I love the way these linear elements, these are accidental but yet subliminal, almost like automatism, where your automatic movement, almost like Tai Chi, the yin, yang, the movement, the flow. I allow some of that to transfer even into the mindset. So that as if this woman is experiencing reality at this moment, allowing some of that vibrational, whether it's good vibration, in this case I believe it is, there's no thorns. I usually put thorns and thistles and harshness into blades, into a negative vibration. Here's a more positive. I feel like this work has a little bit of an essence almost of Gorky and a little or essence of Kandinsky, where I can almost see some melody, almost movement of sound traveling through this, space. Okay. This piece is a smaller piece from the usual size. And again, the thought, the idea of vibration is everywhere. Okay. I have a lot of fun, and this is when someone says, when are you the most happiest? I'm the most happiest when I'm producing a work of art, because it's a play between solving the problem of space, time, and at the same time how to add or take away molecular, biological, anatomical radiance, things that we see and things that we don't see. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have a title for it, leave it in the comments, and maybe your title will be the title of this work. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please follow me at JD Estrada Art on Instagram, or go to the website jdestradaart.com, or you can find me on my full name, Juan Daniel Estrada. Hope you enjoyed this video.